Guess what? Let me be honest with you. For the first time in my life, I began to become conscious of something God veiled me for a long time. When the right atmosphere is created around you, you don't even know who you are until pressure is applied. You don't know. So what I did was that I left a strict instruction. I don't need room service again. Let nobody be sent here anymore. The bed will not be dirty. I'm the only one sleeping on it. When I go for the meeting, I keep my head down like this. Because the way everybody dresses there, the princes that have written the script of fashion, they have sneaked seduction into the detail of what they call fashion. There are 3 warfares that are targeted at resisting manifestation. The first is the war against darkness. In Isaiah chapter 60 verse 2, the Bible says, behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. As at this time where the Bible says the earth, Satan is deliberately trying to shape the outcome of a territory. Satan is trying to manipulate the fiber of a territory to affect culture, to affect perception, to affect opinions, to make sure the atmosphere is corrupted and thick in iniquity, so that just in case you as a righteous man enters that space, the atmosphere will be the first layer of warfare you will need to fight. When you hear the cry of Isaiah, his cry is, I am a man of unclean lips. He didn't stop there. He says, I also live among a people of. So this is how Satan makes that after a while, when you are not careful, you will realize that your territory can shape you. Your region can give you a copy of his shape. You can come from all kinds of spaces to come to school in ABU. When you enter ABU has a shape. It has a shape. When you enter the space, what the princes in the space wants to do is to make you look like the territory. You dance to the drum beat. You resonate to the sound that is being echoed from a realm where only spirits resonate with. They want you to look like your territory, so that if they look at you, they can tell which spirit is lording over that space. You look like your space. That's what it means by darkness will cover the earth. This one is territorial initiative of darkness. They are trying to shape a territory. If you are combating with that kind of resistance, you may go out as a young man in the morning, and then you will see a lady dressed very sensitive, loosely. If you are not careful, you will think that actually Satan is trying to occasion your fall. It will interest you to know that that lady did not know that she will meet anybody like she doesn't even know you. A brother said a lady was tempting him in the bus. I said, how did it happen? He said she sat down on that engine seat that used to face them, and that her cleavage was up. So anytime the car enters a gallop, that what he sees is not something a man should behold. So I said, okay. Do you know her from anywhere? He said, no. Have you seen her ever before? He said, no. You guys just met in a bus. She has a direction, you have your direction. I said, no. He said, yes. I said, okay. What you are dealing with is the shape of a territory. There are princes that wrote the script of fashion. They are the ones that influences what fashion should look like. In writing it, they will bring some seductive detail into what they approve as fashion. The essence is to make sure darkness can cover location, so that if you are not dressing like that in that region, you will look like you are the odd one. Like you are not actually latest in your idea of fashion. So that they will now use certain apostles who are high figures in the fashion industry to advance that idea. When you see anything on Davido, look at the street. You will soon see it on the street. When you see anything on, I began to see a very strange thing recently. They have come to a point where they don't wear clothes again. So they walk around without shirt, just walking around. Human beings, without shirt. Before you know it, you will see the young man. He too, he will wear a trouser and leave the shirt. He thinks that this is what is in vogue. You are a slave to the shape of a territory. It is darkness that covers the earth you are responding to. As at this time, Satan don't even know you yet. It is your territory that is making your leg shake. That lady you saw and you say, Satan is tempted. Satan don't know your name. It is fashion that she tried to align to. That fashion she aligned to now made you helpless. But it is not even this kind of resistance you should be concerned about. Because this particular darkness was not designed for man. It was only designed for territory. Darkness shall cover the earth. Gross darkness, the people. What was designed for people is gross darkness. Gross darkness has not come. You have fallen already. You know what gross means? Intense, sedimented, concentrated. They only sent darkness to regulate the shape of a space. You travel with me, Pastor James. There are regions we enter, even before the plane land, from 30,000 feet above sea level. The energy has changed. You yourself will know. We entered the region recently. Was there not a strong lag to pray? Prayer that we flow in. There are energies resided in locations. Princes have their signatures over territories. Look at what God sent his own angel. God to his own world. The earth is the Lord and its fullness thereof. God sent an angel to go and deliver a message to his servant inside his world. A prince detained that angel until they had to send support. And even the support was telling this guy to be quick, because another prince called the Prince of Gracia is still coming. Do you understand the conflict of kingdoms? Do you know how darkness registered? In fact, in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 4, the Bible calls Satan the God of this world. He has established a kingdom for himself here. And there are protocols, very stringent procedures that governs their operations. If you are not careful, you will realize that the drumbeat that is being noised in your territory, it will incline you to a lifestyle. You that is so strong on chastity, so strong on purity, you can enter a space where you start feeling like it's as though I'm overdoing it. It's not you that is changing your mind. It's the energy of a realm, the energy of a space is beginning to buffet your own space. If you are not careful, if you live there for long, you will look like it. The way to fight atmospheres is different from how you fight entities that appear to resist you. If you want to fight an atmosphere, how do you fight an atmosphere that is surrounding you, that is the norm everywhere? You don't fight atmospheres as individuals. You recruit a group of brethren. You create. Are we together? Lot went to camp at the outskirts of Sodom. The city has the power to lure him over time. When it was time to deliver him, they went to find him in the center of Sodom. The city has lured him over time. That sensuality, that carnality, that attachment to the things of this world, it was the test. God wanted to make sure that there is no partiality in what he has done. He gave a simple instruction. As I'm delivering you, as you guys are living, do not look back. Looking back means let your affection, let your attachment not be connected to this judged era, to this judged city, to this corrupt city. What he was trying to ensure is that if you come out of this judgment, I don't want anybody that has the capacity to open up this same atmosphere wherever you go and camp again. So I will still screen among you anybody who can go without looking back, meaning anybody that the love of money is not that strong on him to contemplate looking back at where you are delivered from. And they engaged the journey, and Lot's wife could not. She could not. I'm trying to imagine the resistance coming on her. The city, her beloved city, her whole life is there. Atmospheres, they are strong, they can master you. Before you know it, your language will change. You start using some very funny slangs, very corrupt way of communication. It's an atmosphere that is mastering you. Meanwhile, the people who will be candidates to fight the war against gross darkness, they are people that can overcome the darkness that covers the earth. Like a canopy, darkness covers territory. But there are individuals whose priesthood will be sufficient enough to pierce. It will pierce through that canopy of darkness. And for the first time, you will see illumination popping in territories. One or two lights that emerge. That light that emerge, it is your priesthood that penetrated the canopy of darkness that seeks to shape everybody. The moment you can pierce through that canopy of darkness, that's when Satan knows you. That's the first day you stepped out of the public.